What is up, everyone? You are watching Power Up with Pride 2021, and I am Sporadic Radic, but this is the end of my time as your host. Do not worry, do not fear. Moon Blaze Wolf is here to take over for me. I'm gonna go put food in my face and maybe get something to drink, and you all in chat should also stay hydrated, stay healthy, take care. Happy Pride. It's time for Bugs Bunny on Sunday morning.
Hey, thank you so much, Sporadic. And yeah, I am Moonblaze Wolf. We are here for some cozy Sunday morning speed runs. We're going to be kicking it off right now with Mad Mega X doing the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout. Please give me stuff to read, but we already got the run pulled up. We are ready to go. So I am going to hand it off to Mad Mega to take it over from here.
All right. Good morning, everybody. I am madmegax381, and that's a lot of syllables and a lot of letters, so mad or mega is fine. This is the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout. It says Happy Birthday Bugs there. That's not the title of the game. Well, not in the US region, it wasn't. We'll get into some cool, facts about this game, but I'm going to get started here. Time actually starts a little late on this, so I'm gonna hit the button here, and it's gonna go through this little this is the story. This is all of our wonderful setup for why we're gonna do the things we're gonna do in this game, and the long and the short of it is, I'm not gonna make everybody read all this. Is that it's Bugs Bunny's 50th birthday. This is 30 years ago, and so everybody wants to celebrate his birthday. He gets invited to a party, but all of the other Warner Brother characters are upset because they're not getting a party. I mean, it's not their birthday, but they're not getting a party, so they're upset about it. So they're going to try to stop Bugs. We can't let that happen. And so time starts when I hit A. So if you don't mind, do you want to give me a countdown, or should I give you a countdown? What's easier?
I think you should go ahead and give it a countdown, and we'll get underway here.
All right, perfect. In 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. So this, as I said, is the Bugs Bunny birthday blowout. This was released for his 50th birthday, which was almost exactly 30 years ago now. So this is actually we're technically celebrating Bugs' 80th birthday now. He's pretty spry for a rabbit of his age. So what I want to say about this game is that it is a game that I played a lot as a kid, and that's the reason why I speedrun it. I really loved this game, played it a ton as a kid, but it runs at about 20 frames per second. You can just tell by watching it. It's a little choppy, and that's fine. But it also means that there are certain things that are pretty easy to do, comparatively, for a game like this. So like a lot of times in especially old NES games like this, you might hear us refer to something like a single frame jump or things of that nature. Well, we do single frame jumps where you have to push the button on the exact right frame pretty regularly in this game, and it's not that hard, because instead of it being 1/60th of a second, it's 1/20th of a second, which, believe me when I tell you, is a massive difference. One of the other things you'll see me do here is there are these carrot blocks. These are probably the biggest factor in the game as to whether or not you go fast. I normally try to avoid them, and the reason we try to avoid the carrots is, one, our eyesight's pretty good already. We're really worried about that. But two, every time we have 10 carrots, we have a mini game in between stages. So that can start to eat up our time, so we don't want to deal with those. So we're gonna try to get as few of carrots as possible. I made a few oopsies there, picked up a couple of carrots we didn't need, but that's all right. Now, I mentioned at the beginning here that we were going to see some of the other major famous Warner Brothers characters, and you're probably saying at this point, Mega, I see some like weird green and red like ball worm thing. I see semi-sentient mallets, and I see like soapboxes, but I haven't seen any Warner Brothers characters except for Bugs. And hey, you're right. Right now we've only seen these weird kind of things with some rare exceptions at the end of stages. Here's Daffy. You can't hurt Daffy. Daffy is just there. He's gonna walk around aimlessly, and he's just gonna kind of get in the way. So that's Daffy. We'll see Tweety a couple of times. We'll see Elmer Fudd. We'll see a whole bunch of them, but your regular enemies that you deal with in the main game are just these kind of weird non-canon Warner Brothers characters. One of the cool things that the carrots do, I should mention too, is that we sometimes need them to turn into platforms. So we'll take them sometimes, even though we're trying to avoid them almost completely. That was Wile E. Coyote. Bye, Wile E. Coyote. Mallet. It's boom. It's tough to, it's tough to be better than a rabbit and a mallet. That's what I learned from Saturday morning cartoons, is that there are few things more effective in life than a bunny rabbit and a trusty mallet. So each of the 6 worlds in this game has a unique theme. So the first one is just kind of a garden stage, normal area. Now we're in our desert stage, as is tradition. Oh, the alarm clocks. If you just hit the alarm clocks, they'll blow up. So if you want to try to take out an alarm clock, it's best to. So one of the ways that you can kill enemies in this is if you land on them and use your hammer. You'll hit them and they'll go like spinning off screen. So you can use that to your advantage sometimes. But all kinds of random nonsense. We don't actually have to use the seesaw there. We can just jump in the center of it. So we're already 5 stages in. So we've accomplished a lot. Here's our first mini game. We're gonna, of course. So this is what we're trying to avoid. We got 4 in a row, so that's a 5 up. You can get 5 in a row. That is a 50 up. Luckily that didn't happen because that takes a lot of time. But so we've got some extra lives, which is not the worst thing. It just means that if I make an oopsies, it's not a big deal. We got some extra lives. Now, I'm actually, honestly, I'm really kind of glad that happened, because one of the things I wanted to mention is that the reason why we avoid the carrots is because we don't want those bonus sections. Those bonus sections are really the biggest like RNG factor in the game, and we really don't want to be getting 1-ups because they take forever. Those bonus games and the bosses are really where the speed tech in this game is. Most of the other stuff is just about, good solid platformer movement, Nothing especially crazy.
Well, it does happen. It is a little more time for donations, and I have a couple here. If let me know when a good time is.
No, this is fine. This is Tweety, so I'm gonna have to mess with this guy. So now's a great time.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, Tweety's hiding in a cloud this time. I've got a couple donations here to read. I've got $25 from Luluri with no comment. Thank you so much. Got $45 from our previous runner. Hey, it's Perk, saying thanks again for having me. You're all amazing. Let's break some records on this last day of Power Up with Pride. Heart, I couldn't agree more. And we have $100 from our previous host, Sporadic Erratic, that says Happy Pride, Happy Power Up with Pride, and Happy Birthday, Bugs Bunny? ?
Great. Question mark? Oh, so here's a little cyclone. One of the things you can do is it'll actually just rip you right out of the quicksand. So that's one of those little fun things we do. These are bullet sprinklers. I don't know why they're called that, but you'll see that I have hearts in the top left corner here, and so you'll see that they're different colors. When you're at full health, you have 3 red hearts, and they change color based on damage you take. Some enemies take a whole heart of damage, though, so while I do take a lot of intentional damage, oftentimes I'm taking intentional damage from something that deals less than a full heart of damage to then walk through something that does do a full heart of damage. So it might look like I'm sloppy, I assure you. There is a method to the madness that is occurring in front of you. that we just walk through. It's not, we don't worry about it. It's cool. There's our tumbleweeds, sphinxes, or similar, I guess. I'm not really sure. This game's kind of all over the place, but as I was saying, I said earlier, I played this a lot as a kid. This is one of those games that I had a Nintendo when I was young, and this is one of the games I had. So obviously, I played it to death because oh no, that's right back to the beginning, folks. Oh no. One of the really cool things about this game is that even though you have these warps and things that take you around the map, a lot of the stages kind of wrap around each other. So what just happened is I kind of short hopped the jump here and cost myself basically have to redo this stage entirely.
Quickly, let me distract chat with a donation and an announcement. It'll be like nothing ever happened. I just wanted to mention as well that recent batch of donations that I just read got us over $11,000 raised for Trevor Project. So thank you so much for all of your generous donations, everyone. Let's keep going. We got a whole day left to go here. And then we also have $10 from Firebird Lover. The comment is, you asked for something to read. This is roughly what I was given to read the last time I asked. Oh no, I remember this. Good luck. Banui, bunny, bun, banui. Not bad. Bugs Banui, anyone?
Bugs Banui. I like it. I like it. Sounds refined. Like a nice perfume or something that Bugs would market.
It sounds like a fancy dish you would get at a restaurant. I'll have the Bugs Banui, please.
That you're absolutely right. It really does.
Except for the bugs part, I don't think I would order that at a restaurant. But you know.
Yeah, maybe if you like just pronounce it differently, like instead of bugs, it's like boogs, like almost bougie, you know.
The bouge benoit.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so that was our first stage 3 level. We're gonna ride this golden cheese ball briefly. We're gonna try to ride a few of those golden cheese balls throughout the game. When you walk on something that's moving in the same direction you are, you get a very minor speed boost. So that's a little bit of speed tech there. That's fancy. But let me try to jump on these flames. Like I don't. You know, I've played this game for hundreds of hours, and I don't have any idea what most of these enemies are supposed to be. I just, you know, like I said, they're like the soap boxes. There's the fireballs. There's these red toads, I guess, that are poisonous. I don't know. They hurt you, so I assume they are. Jumping over carrots. We don't need them. Like I said, we've got good eyesight. We don't need any carrots here. Here's our first run-in with Mr. Elmer Fudd. So, fun fact. So like, I love, one of my favorite things about Bugs Bunny actually is like how important Bugs Bunny is historically to like word usage. And this is a kind of a weird thing, right? But one of my favorite facts about Bug Bunny is like if you're familiar with the term Nimrod, is like an insult, like, you know, this dummy, right? You know, so Nimrod, the reason why we think of that word as meaning like as an insult is because Bugs used it to describe Elmer Fudd in an episode like in the 50s, and he was doing it as a joke to make a reference to the biblical figure Nimrod, who was a great hunter. And so like, it was supposed to be this super in-joke, and now we just think of it as like, nope, Nimrod just means you're a dummy. Like, and I think that is hilarious. Like, that's such a cool story about Bugs Bunny to be. Like, this cartoon character changed the widely accepted or widely known meaning of a word. I just love stuff like that. It's super cool. So there's another big carrot that somehow magically turns into a hot air balloon? I don't know. So, okay, we've only gotten that 1-5 up so far. We've actually had pretty good luck with our bonus stages, I have to say. I'm pretty happy about it. Nope, we didn't make that jump. I try to go up high there. It makes the next section a little easier. You can avoid that bottom carrot, but that's not the end of the world. Yeah. Oh, so you've seen this like before once or twice, but yeah, randomly the world will just shake. I think that the developers like, well, our game only runs at 20 frames per second. We might as well just shake the screen at that frequency too. Why not? That's not going to drive anybody crazy. You know, look at this. And at a really high level of this game, like if you were trying to go for world record, you're actually trying to do single frame jumps in certain rooms that are shaking like that, which is just terrifying. All right, so this is our Sylvester fight. I'm not sure who the littler cat is. I'm taking this a little safe here because Big Sylvester, if he hits you, does a full heart of damage. Didn't want that to happen. But I'm not sure who the smaller cat is. It's just like there's Mini Sylvester and then there's Real Sylvester, and you know. So, you know, like any good NES game, we now get our cave. We get our cave stage after we've had our desert and garden stage, where so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go down this pipe. Pop out what looks like the same pipe. It is not. I know what it looks like. I'm telling you, those are different pipes. The other way is not right. It's a lie. That is not the correct path. You just have to find that out. Like I said, in certain segments of this game, it really is just puzzle. And once you know the puzzle, the routing for the game is pretty straightforward. And then other stages are just straightforward in general, so it's nice. So there are these 1-ton, like, jumper things. I missed this jump on this platform, so we have to wait an extra second. But so I'm gonna just hit that so it doesn't jump off. It causes an earthquake and spawns enemies. So we're gonna try to not have that happen, because we're already a little low on health. Luckily, the stage is almost over, but just in case. Sylvester Jr. There it is. Okay. I'm glad some. I mean, it's as good a name as any. Whether that's the right one. So as I was saying about the health earlier, one of the things that's important is that a lot of the enemies only do partial damage, and then a lot of the environment will do more than that. So like spikes do a whole heart of damage. The water that falls out of those pipes actually also does a full heart of damage. So a lot of times before jumping through the water, I'll try to hit another enemy so that I have my iframes while I'm doing that. And you can see when I'm hurt, I have the stars. You know, Rabbit sees stars when he gets hurt over his head. When Bugs has the stars over his head, I also can't swing my mallet. So I'm also trying to only take damage at times when I don't want to be or can't be attacking otherwise. This coming up here should be our last Tweety. So hopefully I can get a good fight on it. All right, there we go. Finally got a fast Tweety fight. There it is. So that's Tweety. Tweety hides and you have to hit it, and you can quick kill Tweety if you land perfectly and kind of like just hop your jumps, but you also can't swing your mallet when you're behind cover in an object like that, in a foreground object. So it makes those Tweety fights myself and the other Bugs Bunny runners, we don't like Tweety. We all hate Tweety because Tweety is the worst boss in this game. Tweety is more responsible for failed runs in this than probably any other boss. Just sometimes doesn't cooperate. But, you know, that's okay. So here's what I was talking about. If you land, you can hit them and then they just go flying back, which that's very funny to me. They just fly forever until they hit something. I'm gonna walk through that oil can so that I can jump through that water and not take the full point of damage. Like I was saying earlier, that's major strat in this game is damage boost through one thing to avoid worse damage for other. But that is 4-3, right? So now we're at 4-4. And let's see if I can get the full roster that we've seen so far. We've seen Tweety, we've seen Elmer Fudd, we've seen Yosemite Sam, Sylvester, and Wile E. Coyote, right? And Daffy, we've seen Daffy. So we've seen a pretty healthy number of Looney Tunes. And this part coming up is among the harder sections in the game. Those bridges, if you just try to walk across them, will kill you. And now my health is very low, so we're gonna have to be careful here. I'm gonna try not to die. Yep. As soon as I jumped, I knew I was in trouble. Yep, that's unfortunate. That's okay though. I have plenty of lives. We already had that 5 up, so I'm not gonna lose too much sleep over it. But yeah, those bridges where the things break, if you just walk over that, you will fall. So you have to bunny hop it, bunny hop across it. I mean,
You beat me to it. I was just gonna say that.
As soon as I said you have to hop across, I was like, well, obviously there's a specific kind of hop that Bugs Bunny would do, don't you think? So this section, as I was saying earlier, is scary, and not just because if you have low health you can jump into that ghost and can kill you, but if you're going as fast as possible, you're gonna pick up a lot of carrots here more than likely. So that's unfortunate. We're gonna take the deboost through that fireball guy. Otherwise, we would die by hitting that waterfall. And now we get Pepe Le Pew. He has little stink clouds that he throws at us, but oh, the 50 up. I honestly tried to set up a like save state so that I could just get it started, because I mean it literally takes like 3 minutes, I think, to go through. Oh, that timing was terrible. To go through the 50 up. So I don't want to do it for real, but I was trying to set up like just to show part of it. I just couldn't get it consistently enough to make it viable. I can still try it. I would need a second or two, but we'll see where we're at. We'll see if I'm underestimated at all here, because I've already had a little bit of bad luck. Like right there, I screwed up that jump. That was bad. That's okay. And of course I make that jump that time. So as I was saying how this game runs at like 20 FPS, it runs at 60 FPS when Bugs dies or goes in a pipe. Otherwise, it has that really laggy look to it. But as soon as you start up a pipe or die, everything like switches immediately to 60 FPS and it runs like a dream. I don't know why that is. It's just how it works, I guess. But so we're gonna jump here, and as I was saying, because it runs comparatively slowly, it like that sequence there where I jumped on that tree branch and jumped immediately off even though it broke. I can do that on things because the windows for that are much wider in this than in a lot of other games with single frame tricks. Shoutouts to the spider up there. That's a friendly spooter. Got another Mr. Fudd. Oh, caught me. Get away from me. Ah! There we go. Not great. Not great. It's early, folks. I apologize.
I just realized he was shooting nets and not bullets, so it's actually interesting that that happened once, or I guess twice. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean seriously, the run seems like it's going incredibly well. I'm trying to imagine myself playing a game like this, just like a straight up platformer that is, you know, the frame rate issues and stuff, and you're doing a fantastic job. So
this section right here, when I was a kid, I could not. This is where I would get to, and like I'd need that 50 up to beat, because those little vines are not set up in such a way that they're going to align and you can make the jumps. Like, they're not always gonna work. So I would just be sitting on those vines for like 10 minutes waiting for like what looks safe. And it's like, and now I play it, it's like I just go for it. So you know what, I'll get it, or I'll get it, or I'll fall. It's cool. I'm not gonna worry about it.
we're gonna one way or another. Yeah, we're gonna go fast.
Exactly. So that's 5-3. So this only goes up to there are a total of 24 stages in this game, and so there's 4 in every stage of 6. So 6 times 4, 24. And we're currently at 5-4. So there's only 4 more stages after this. There's only 1 more major boss after this. After we finish this stage. But one of the things I think that's kind of cool about this is that they did try to do some interesting things. You know, you only have a mallet, and that's like your only way to interact with enemies. But to fight Foghorn Leghorn, if I go down here and I just like I can hit him all I want, it doesn't do anything. He's invincible. I have to hit the little chickadee up there at the top right, and that's how you beat him. So now we're at the last group of 4 stages. This is the haunted house. I mean, because haunted houses are cool. Like, if you're gonna end a game, the last stage, a good option, I think, is a haunted house. If you're looking for something to end it, you know. But we got, you know, now we've got like falling things and spikes. There's a lot of stuff going on in these last few stages here. We're gonna ride this golden cheese ball briefly. It gives us a little bit of a speed boost. Always good. And also, I think the music in this stage is pretty cool. Like, it's kind of upbeat, but like there's a bit of you know, it's got like it's got some spooky vibe to it, you know. I dig it. It's good.
I think the working theory I've settled on is your enemies are all the Acme catalog. You're like fighting against their
I like that. That
their
sounds
products. It's like
yeah.
product placement.
Right? I like that. That's headcanon now. I'm stealing that. Oh, the ghosts. The ghosts all look like they have pompadours. Yes, I don't know why that is. I mean, some of the sprites in this are just tremendous to me. Like, I love it. So here's I take damage on that garbage can, so that I can take it, and it times out perfectly so that I take damage from one of these falling spikes, which only does a partial heart of damage instead of full heart of damage, like if I would have stepped on one of the actual spikes. So that's another one of those places where we're utilizing the taking damage from one thing to avoid worse damage later sort of tricks. Oh yeah, the Crazy Castle games were also developed by Kimco, if I remember correctly. So there's like, I mean, the Crazy Castle games, there's a ton of them, and if you want a Wikipedia rabbit hole, look up the history of all of those different games, because they're all the same style of game, but sometimes they have Bugs Bunny as the star, sometimes they have Garfield as the star. There's a real Ghostbusters version, which is, anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, so obviously I gave that a try. Not my cup of tea, but it's there. Didn't even realize I said it. Yes, rabbit hole. Yeah, if you're looking for a rabbit hole to go, a Wikipedia rabbit hole, the Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle, like the history and like why they're named different things in different regions and all of the licensing and stuff, it's like super fascinating. And it's because it's made, but it's made by the same developer that did this, so there is a tie-in. I'm not just rambling, though I do that. All right, this is one of the harder sections in the. That was one of the harder sections in the game, and I didn't do very good there. My apologies. Whoops. So all I can say is whoops there. I mean, I'm trying to take the jumps tight, and I don't need to do that. I'm just, but just jumped in a pit, why not? My bad.
We get more speedrun out of the deal, so it's
exactly.
fun.
The intent is to just. I'm just trying to show off how cool this whole sequence is, right? That's all. Really, that was a strat. Every time you die, you lose 5 carrots. So I was just trying to avoid one more bonus round. That's all. That was clearly my intention.
Chat's gonna be disappointed in you. They want to see that 50 up.
I know. I was messing with it earlier. I was trying to like get a setup where I could just be like, this is what it does. But the 5 up, like how quickly you get through that is the same. Like it just takes forever. So that still looked terrible. I mean, it's better than the last time I was in that room. I'm gonna jump up here. So you'll note how this floor looks a little funky there. If you step over that, you'll fall. It's a false floor. So you'll learn that the hard way. You'll fall through it. All right, so we are almost done. We are very close to the end here. That was our last possible. One-up bonus stage. So now. This is the last stage of the game, and you'll notice there are no carrots. There's no more bonus stages, so why would you have carrots? I guess, is the way they thought about it. Which makes sense, I get it. So we're gonna jump on that clock there, and just go right on. We try to actually hit those like little bouncy pads from the side, because it doesn't jump you as high, so you're less likely to bump into the spikes. That was slow. There's a fast cycle where the way that Bugs is kind of floaty, you can make weird jumps, and that's one of them that you can make there by standing on one of those alarm clocks. But we are rapidly approaching the end. We have a boss fight coming up, and that's with the Tasmanian Devil. And once I pick up the last big carrot, that will be time. So right now we'll start the Taz fight, and I don't know what he's throwing. Also, shout-outs to his awesome hair, as it's a little pink. I appreciate that he dyed it for the event. He's like, these look like footballs to me, right? These look like footballs to anybody else?
I mean, I think we've all seen Tasmanian football. Very popular sport. Oh,
yes.
Sorry.
Oh no, that's. I got out of rhythm. That's not great. I apologize. That was bad. Unfortunately, like I was saying, some things do, more than just a partial heart of damage. I took 2 hits there. I can't tell you the last time I took more than 1 hit in that room. So that's great. That's marathon luck for everybody. I'm gonna. Now we got to go warp speed here because I really want to try to be underestimate. I really don't like being overestimate for things. Oh, look at that. We got the fast cycle. I died just to show everybody that fast cycle. That's what it's supposed to look like, folks. That's what it looks like when you watch somebody who knows what they're doing with this game. I don't. I got lucky. This is what you get from somebody better than me. But we're going to try that again. I swear we're going to have better luck with Taz. Let's make sure we don't fall into a pit, because that's happened. All right, so these footballs that are actually supposed to be like pies, I guess? Because like that's what it looks like he's throwing, right? But time is when I pick up this big carrot. And there goes Taz, and time. Oh, just so close. So that's the end of the game. So he finally gets to his party. He did all of this, and then he's so surprised he farts. That's what happened. We startled Bugs so much. But who's all here? It's all the people that were trying to kill Bugs. Those are the people that are here with the party. What are we doing? Why? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. But okay, well, except Yosemite Sam. Yosemite Sam's not there. I guess Yosemite really did want to kill Bugs. But everybody, happy birthday, Bugs. So that's all from this game and for me. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this game. Thank you, Power Up with Pride, for having me. I love this event. I love that I get to be a part of it, and I love that I get to show off games that I love, and that I get to talk like nonstop for 30 minutes, and everybody lets me do it. I love it. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Keep contributing. Keep donating. This is a wonderful. This is a wonderful charity. This is a wonderful event, and again, I just love that I get to be a part of it. Thank you so much.